you dig this?
Yeah, I just got natural sound running. I'm going to start in a couple minutes, so we're good. But as a result today, so I won't have the national anthem on.
Knocked that thing almost down the hill twice.
Yeah?
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I got that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, come on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Maybe. Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I'll take that. Give me a check and let's get going here.
Hello. Let's see here. Get it tight.
All right.
She-bop-a-doo-bop.
It's time for Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Far side comes to Peart. This time Peart keeps it in, gets it to DeMars. DeMars, face-off circle, shot, goal!
This game is brought to you by Mackley Auto Repair, Edge of the Wilderness Lakes and Homes Realty, Affinity Plus Credit Union, S&S Meats, Mediacom, and Grand Rapids State Bank. Thunderhawk Hockey is also brought to you by Sammy's Pizza, White Pine Jewelers, Northland Lawn and Sport, Woodland Bank, Chad Sturl, Attorney at Law, Edward Jones, and Grand Rapids Dental Care.
Now back to the point again. Grand Rapids to Bischoff, shot, goal! Bischoff makes it 4-0.
This game is also brought to you by Itasca Reliable Insurance, Nooches in the Corner, Coldwell Banker Northwoods Realty, Super One Foods, and Donalinger Ford. Thunderhawk Hockey is also brought to you by Paul Bunyan Communications, CarQuest Auto Parts, Ferro Gas, Ray's Sport Marine, and Taco John's.
Browse, back to Peart, one-timer, scores!
This game is also brought to you by McDonald's, Deerwood Bank, Jimmy John's, The Motor Shop, and Claremont Financial Advisors. This game is also brought to you by Roth RV and Home, Grand Rapids GM, Itasca County Abstract Company, and Mackley Auto Repair.
Comes back in front, Del Greco takes it away. Del Greco off to the races, comes in on the right side, backhand, he scores!
Thunderhawk Hockey starts now on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Good afternoon as we get ready for hockey action. Grand Rapids now 11-1 on the season as they take on the Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks. Sheldon Willis with you along with Tom Downing as we shuffle papers and get ready to go. Knock coffee cups and water bottles all over and papers all over the arena. But we're looking forward to a fine 7 AA hockey game.
Yeah, it's a pretty important game, I guess, because it is Section 7. Grand Rapids seated pretty high compared to the Lumberjacks, so I don't know that it does anything for Grand Rapids to win, but it would sure help Cloquet in their seeding if they could sneak in a win here.
Well, and I think being it's going with subsections now.
Yeah.
It's going to be Rapids 1 in the north subsection, no question.
Should be.
Cloquet and East will go 2-3, so that'll differentiation, but and Marshall will be 4.
Yep.
But what Rapids has to look at is they have designs on a state tournament, and they pretty much, and we'll talk to Coach Chido about this during the pregame show, they pretty much have to win out to get the number 1 seed over Andover and guarantee themselves a home section final game.
I'm sure that's true unless Andover was to lose a game or two. But right now, I think they got 10 points on them in that QRF ranking. Grand Rapids has it on.
And a little tougher schedule going down the stretch. So you think they should gain on that as long as they win out.
Right. And that's, at this time of year, you want to be winning as you come to sections because it's hard to turn things around in sections.
And what Grand Rapids did was to win a big one on Thursday. No, it wasn't a section game, but what a great statement game against a top team, that 6-3 win over Hermantown. We'll take our first break on the Itasca County Health pregame show and come back with Super Joe and his look back at the win over Hermantown on Thursday. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of the great Alaskan fish taco migration. Once a year, these delicious little guys make their way south from the remote Alaskan wilderness to Taco John's everywhere. Topped with our smoky sour cream and served up 2 for $4, our wild-caught Alaskan fish tacos are firmly at the top of the taco food chain. Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
S&S Meats has something for everyone. Try their number 1 or number 2 meat bundles. Packed and wrapped, fresh to order, the bundles will give you a large selection of all your favorites, from pork to poultry and red meat. Plus, buy either bundle and receive for free 10 pounds of leg quarters or a whole chicken with no antibiotics or hormone injections. Still have your venison trimmings? Bring them into S&S Meats and turn them into steaks, sticks, jerky, or more. S&S Meats guarantees your product back. Be sure to check out the beef sticks. They have over 60 available flavors. S&S Meats, Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids. Doctors Rachel and Spencer Buchert, as well as Dr. Mike Hagley at Grand Rapids Dental Care, are proud supporters of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They know firsthand that in order to be successful, it takes the whole team working together towards a single goal. For Grand Rapids Dental Care, that goal is providing expert dental care for all their patients. For a lifetime of healthy smiles, choose Grand Rapids Dental Care for all your dental needs. Online at grdental.com. Call 326-3438 to set up an appointment. Go Thunderhawks.
Hi, I'm Annika from the Grand Rapids State Bank. We sponsor many community activities that I care about. I enjoy working for a business that puts that kind of effort into being part of the community. I work as a teller, so whether it's at the walk-up window or the drive-thrus, I get many chances to interact with people every day. I really like getting to know customers on a first-name basis. Grand Rapids State Bank. This is my community and my bank.
The Grand Rapids State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Timberlake Restaurant is now open for dinner Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 p.m., serving dinner until 9 p.m. Chef has prepared many new menu items, and your favorites will still be available. The Timberlake Restaurant still offers curbside pickup. Call 326-2600 to place your order. Everyone at the Timberlake thanks you for supporting them during these times. We are excited to welcome you back. The Timberlake Restaurant, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Hi, this is Braden Holcomb with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
Welcome back to the pregame show on J105 The Thunder. Hi there, I'm Judge Eliade. Another Saturday matinee for Grand Rapids Hockey as they take on the Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks in a Section 7AA matchup here today. We'll have more on today's game shortly. Right now, we take a look back to an exciting night on Thursday night. Grand Rapids taking on Hermantown. The Thunderhawks' only loss of the season came to Hermantown. Grand Rapids looking to turn the tables on Thursday night, and they would do just that with a 6-3 win. However, it was Hermantown on the board first, just a minute 35 into the game. Zam Plant on the board, 1-0 Hermantown. But Grand Rapids would answer. Just over 2 minutes later, Jack Peart, a power play goal.
Easton Young, and see Young wants to go to Peart, and there's hardly any room to do it. Now Peart with some room shot, goal!
now 1-1 off the power play goal. Jack Peart cranks a slap shot from the blue line.
Assist to Easton Young and Joey Del Greco. Later in the first, Blaine Mortensen gets his first varsity goal.
Sturl takes it away from Plant. Here comes DeMars. DeMars slides in, backhand, puck in front, it slides in, goal! And I believe that is Mortensen with his first varsity goal.
Assist to Hayden DeMars and Henry Sturl. 2-1 Grand Rapids. And they would make it 3-1. Peart, his second of the game. Assist to Henry Sturl and Mortensen. 3-1 Grand Rapids after one. A much quieter second period on the score sheet. Just one goal in that period, and it went to Hermantown. Aaron Pionk at 4:19 to cut the Grand Rapids lead to 3-2. We go to the third, and Hermantown nods it up at 3 on a Wyatt Carlson goal at 1:28. But the rest of the game belonged to Grand Rapids, starting with Hunter Bischoff breaking the 3-3 tie.
Holcomb out front, shot, goal! Hunter Bischoff makes it 4-3 on the rebound.
Assist to Braden Holcomb and Young, 4-3 Thunderhawks. They make it 5-3 just over 2 minutes later. Mortensen, his second of the night. Assist to Sam Sturl and Hayden DeMars. Bischoff adds an empty netter with a minute to go to seal up a 6-3 win for the Thunderhawks on Thursday night over Hermantown. 2 goals apiece for Mortensen, Peart, and Bischoff. Final shots on goal, 26-25 Hermantown. Wyatt Pilkington the win in net, making 23 saves. Garen Opsahl the loss, making 19 saves. Grand Rapids improves to 11-1. They take on Cloquet Esco Carleton this afternoon. When we come back, the Chido Chat. Sheldon Willis visits with the Grand Rapids head coach. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Make White Pine Jewelers your full-service hometown jewelry store. We can size rings, set stones, and repair your jewelry often in as little as a week and right here in our shop. Our computer-assisted design program is available to create one-of-a-kind items or to repurpose existing gems. If you have something specific in mind, we will do our best to create it. We have over 30 years of experience in the jewelry industry. White Pine Jewelers in the Pregame Plaza behind McDonald's. Find us on Facebook and Instagram or visit whitepinejewelers.com.
You don't want to work at just any old place, and you don't want to work just any old time. Maybe you want to work mornings, afternoons, or late nights, weekdays or weekends. For job openings on your schedule, check out the openings at mcdonalds.com. They're hiring for multiple shifts and positions. McDonald's can be more than just a job. They have great career opportunities available for the right people. If you're looking for fulfilling work and a fun and challenging atmosphere, don't wait any longer. Apply at mcdonalds.com. I'm loving it.
We learned a lot in 2020 at Affinity Plus. We know we can help you manage your finances in all sorts of different ways. This is Ann Cates, branch manager. I'm excited to share our branch lobby is open again, but things will look a little bit different. We're asking you to continue to take care of any cash transactions and deposits through our drive-thru or ATMs. You can come on in for any loans, membership, or account services. We have several contactless options still available to you, and our debit and credit cards now offer that contactless payment. To understand more ways we've made baking better, visit us at affinityplus.org, insured by NCUA.
Mackley Auto Repair in Coleraine is happy to welcome service advisor Scott Baird to their team. He has more than 20 years of experience in the auto service industry, and he's ready to help you with your auto needs and questions. Mackley has a new, state-of-the-art alignment machine, and Mackley works on all makes and models of vehicles. Mackley Auto Repair, Main Street, downtown Coleraine.
It's Mike here from here at the motor shop. If you didn't hear, we're still here. We've just moved. We're not at the old here, but we're here at the new here, which is here to serve the North Line better. Here at the new here is over 3,000 feet of shop space and a showroom that's way bigger than the old here, which isn't here, it's there. But you can find us here, north of ICC and Midway Homes on 169 on the same side of the road. It's 2949 US Highway 169. Or just call us for directions.
Hi, this is Easton Young with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Health pregame show on J105 with Wade Chido, head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Wade, it's 2 days later, and I'm still almost vibrating from the Thursday game. What fun that was.
Yeah, it was a good game. You know what, the kids played well. We had 3 solid periods, and you know, when you play a good team, they're going to have opportunities, and they did in the second period, and obviously our goaltender came up big.
And I would say that third line, Blaine Mortensen, his first 2 varsity goals and going, one on a tip, one laying on his butt, I think, batting in a rebound. He played tough.
He did. It all started with Hayden DeMars coming down the wing and going to the net hard and getting pucks on net. And obviously between Henry and Blaine, they both, they crash the net hard. Good things happen, and those are playoff-style goals.
And that third line, you expect certain things maybe out of the first 2 lines. That third line delivered above expectations, at least from my eyes.
Well, yeah, they're all good hockey players. I expected them to do good things. That's why they're out there, and they all played well. And obviously, let's be honest, they made some big-time plays in that game, and probably how they played is what forced us to win the game. And I give them a lot of credit.
So, that avenges the 1 loss of the season and certainly gives Hermantown their only loss so far. Is that one of those statement games where you come out and you say, hey, this is how we can play? You kind of lay down a marker?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the kids were hungry. They're a competitive group, and they don't like losing games. And they remember, obviously, a month prior or 3 weeks or whatever it was, that we took our loss over there, and they were hungry. And I could see their eyes, and there wasn't much to be said.
One of those games where, as a coach, you don't have any motivation issues on Thursday.
No, you know what? We should not have motivation issues at all at the end of the year. But you could tell they had an extra jump in their step, and it was good.
Now coming in against Cloquet Carleton this afternoon, they tied Duluth East on Thursday, and this is, they're all big games are coming down the stretch. And how do you make sure there's no letdown in intensity?
That's all competitive maturity, being ready for the game and understanding the importance of it. No matter who you're playing against, all of our games here the rest of the way out are huge. If we want to play off home all the way through, we got to win all the games.
And that is kind of how it stacks up, isn't it? To IRA section final game here at the IRA, running the table is the only sure way of making that happen.
It is the only way, to be honest with you. I've looked into it. For us, we have to win out. Unless one of the other teams has a hiccup here in the last couple of games, but we have to win out.
So back to Cloquet, you handled them fairly easily, first game of the season, but we're a ways down the road. They've had some good games since then.
They have. It'll be interesting to see. Both teams have probably improved.
Well, they are, and I'll tell you what,
and see what they bring to the table.
Now, we started out talking about that third line. Do you like the combinations that you ended up with against Hermantown? It looked like all 3 lines were pretty much going.
They are. We're going to run with that tonight again, see what happens. And you know what, right now we're just trying to tweak a little things here and there to make sure that we have everything ready for the game, for the playoffs.
Well, and it's, if you want to take 2 very different styles, Hermantown coming at you in waves and going fast, Cloquet doesn't want to go fast like that.
No, I don't think they're going to want to get in a track meet with us, just like Duluth East. They don't want to get in a track meet with us, and they'll probably try to slow the game down, but you know what, if we move our feet, we'll be just fine.
Good luck today, Coach.
Thank you.
And that is head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, Wade Chido, as we get closer to game time. And, and it's one of Chido's themes is that competitive maturity. You can't have a letdown. You can't say, oh, this isn't as good a team as Hermantown and come out flat.
I get that. I get that that he's trying to get those kids to that point. But I also always question, saying, pros can't do it for 60 minutes, that focus, and mental maturity that it takes to compete for that long. On a regular basis, they can't do it. College kids. So it's pretty good when you can get that out of high school kids for 51 minutes.
This is the Itasca County Health pregame show. They encourage community members to access their COVID-19 vaccination when it becomes available. Information can be found online, mn.gov/COVID-19/vaccine. Don't hesitate, vaccinate. Assistant Coach Scott Kishel after another break on our pregame show, J105 The Thunder.
Market President of Deerwood Bank. Kirk, why is it important for you to support Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics?
Being born and raised here, I love supporting the community that helped raise me. That is why I am working with my team at Deerwood Bank to bring nice and simple banking to the entire Grand Rapids area. From your first savings account to life after retirement, we're here to help you.
Deerwood Bank. Banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Temps are heating up, and the spring grilling season will be here before we know it. This is Kurt, store manager at Super One North. On sale this week, 80% lean ground chuck, $2.69 a pound. Maybe your family's asking for ribs. Smithfield Fresh Natural Boneless Country Style Ribs, $1.99 a pound. Toss up a delicious salad to serve with your meal with the help of Dole Special Blend salad mixes, $1.66 a bag. Make sure you have healthy snacks on hand for those busy days. How about Honeycrisp apples, $1.66 a pound. Super One Foods, proud to be part of your community.
Any home can be improved by better Wi-Fi. GigaZone Blast Wi-Fi from Paul Bunyan Communications provides a reliable signal throughout your home, enhanced by an array of features. Featuring Wi-Fi 6 certified technology, it's the world's most powerful Wi-Fi. And our GigaZone app lets you monitor network performance, access parental controls, and more. Improve your home with GigaZone Blast Wi-Fi. Call or click paulbunyan.net to learn more.
Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment, Northern Minnesota's John Deere dealer, is a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Sports. With winter in full swing, Northland features a full line of open station and cab tractors, blowers, pushes, and blades. You'll move heavy snow with ease with your John Deere. Looking for an ATV? Northland sells the famous Gator. You'll also find Arctic Cat, Flow, and Honda Power equipment. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, at Northland we're always ready to help. Stop by and test drive your new tractor or Gator at Northland Sport and Equipment, formerly Pregame Lawn and Sport, just 2 miles south of Grand Rapids on Highway 169. When it comes to real estate, you want Coldwell Banker Northwoods Realty on your team. Locally grown and family owned since 1947. Their full service agency of professional realtors will put their decades of knowledge, experience, and proven results to work for you. You can trust Itasca's real estate leader to provide exceptional service and expertise. Call Coldwell Banker Northwoods Realty in Grand Rapids at 326-3455 or find them online at coldwellbankernorthwoods.com. Proud to support Grand Rapids Hockey.
Hi, this is Wyatt Holcomb with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Health pregame show as we chat with Cloquet Esco Carleton assistant Scott Kishel. And Scott, what are you going to get from Shea for doing his job here?
Well, I'm going to have to give him a hard time for sure, but no, he had some things he had to get taken care of, so driving himself up, but just, taking a peek at our JV guys here and, see what we're working with and kind of try and get a gauge on how the day is going to go.
Well, talk a little bit about Lumberjack hockey, because I know we saw you the first game of the year. There's been a lot of games played since then, and the record looks pretty good.
Yeah, our main goal every year is just to get a gauge on where we're at when we start, but, we've got our grocery list of improvements to make, and I think we're starting to cross off a few things on that list, but, none of that matters if we don't show up with a good attitude and an effort.
Well, and your last game out, a tie against Duluth East, which was that the type of game against Duluth East that you wanted to play? I know it was a fairly rugged, quite a few penalties, things like that.
It was... it wasn't a very good start on our end. We kind of laid an egg in the first, so we were happy with how they responded, though, and we battled back, and we had a good chance, a couple chances actually, in the end of the game to take the lead and come out with a win. But they responded well to it, and the tie is the tie. But we responded well, and that was the main thing.
Well, and probably no matter what happened there, that's probably the semifinal matchup, right?
Yes. Yep. I believe so. So we
or the quarterfinal, I guess.
Yep. I got you there. No, we know what to expect from them. They're going to come out and play, and they're going to work, and we're going to be in a battle. So we know what to expect, and saw them 3 times. So there's nothing hidden now.
And now coming in against Grand Rapids, who pretty much have established themselves as that #1 seed from the north, anyways. What are you looking for, both from Cloquet, and what do you expect today?
We're just going to have to play smart. We're going to have to really focus in on the little things in the game here. I mean, Grand Rapids is a hell of a team, well coached, and they do a lot of things right, and they bring a lot of skill with it. So we're going to have to, one, compete, but also do all those little things and try and take advantage of any opportunity that we're given.
Well, and no secret, I guess, that Grand Rapids really wants to play fast. Is there going to be a concerted effort to try to slow things down and keep it at your pace, or do you just need to go that fast?
We'll just need to keep up with the speed, and we want to try and push the pace if we can, but keep things to the outside and They've got a good offensive attack, so keep things on the outside, let our goalies handle those shots, and counter quick and play in their end.
Good luck today, Coach. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
And that is assistant coach of the Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks, Scott Kishel. Reed said you got to give a Virginia guy a little credit, a little time, but Coach Shea Walters a little bit later getting to the rink. So Scott stepped in, did a fine job kind of filling us in on Lumberjack hockey.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And actually, I look back, I actually interviewed him before the playoff game last year.
Okay. Huh.
So, he's done that before. This has been the Itasca County Health Pregame Show, and tonight's pregame show brought to you by Itasca County Public Health, and they encourage community members to access their COVID-19 vaccination when it becomes available. I'm not old enough yet, but I'm in line. Information can be found online, mn.gov/COVID-19/vaccine, so don't hesitate, vaccinate. I like that tagline.
I like hearing it.
So, it's a very easy website to navigate. Even if you're an old guy like you, doesn't like the web, you can do it. You can get on and get in line.
And I'm not going to do it yet.
Okay.
Not going to do it yet.
But you could.
I'm not listening to the don't hesitate, vaccinate.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll keep working on you.
That's right.
Pregame brought to you by Itasca County Health. Starting lineups are brought to you by Skoglund Electric. For all of your electrical contracting needs, residential, commercial, and industrial, Skoglund Electric. They are a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Athletics. For the Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks. Now they announced Zach Timon as a starting goaltender, and number 33 skated out.
And I circled him because I figured it was his turn. It looks like they split duties back and forth. They got similar number of games in.
One defense will be Hunter Finola, no goals and 5 assists, and at the other defense will be captain number 12, Cade Anderson.
He's a big man, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Up front, number 24 on the left wing, Travis Berg, 4 goals and 9 assists. And Logan Dushkin, leading scorer for Cloquet Esco Carleton with 12 goals and 11 assists. For the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, they will start in net Wyatt Pilkington, who had a whale of a game against Hermantown. Some spectacular saves, and he rose to the occasion. He is a senior, 10-1 on the season, 1.46 goals against average. He will start in net. Defense will be number 5, Easton Young. 4 goals and 6 assists, and Jack Beard, who's been on a little bit of a goal-scoring tear. He's now up to 7 goals to go along with 14 assists for the senior defenseman, St. Cloud State recruit. And I was not, Mr. Chido was holding close to the vest who he was starting, and now he must have... They're actually going to start the other defensive pair. Bo told me wrong. Bo said he was starting who I gave you. It will instead be Sam Sturl and Ren Morquay. And he's going to start the third line. I wondered if he would. Blaine Mortensen, 2 goals last game out, will start on the one wing. And in the middle, Henry Sturl and Hayden DeMars on the other wing. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Skoglund Electric. We'll take a break, come back with the drop of the puck. It's the Thunderhawks and Cloquet Esco Carleton up next on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Hi, I'm Kurt Werner, Executive Vice President of Woodland Bank. As a small
sound in the arena to pay tribute to the great nation of the playing our national anthem.
Highway 169 East.
Hey, Max here with Dollar Ford. Here's the deal. Rod, I see everybody coming in for the Works program. How much does that cost?
$40.
$40? I can't even get a pair of jeans for $40.
Yep.
I filled my tank. That was more than $40.
Yep.
Rod, I heard your wife's haircut's even more than $40.
Yep.
And we'll change your oil, rotate the tires, inspect that thing, and even wash it for $40?
Yep.
Ha! Call or just stop on by. Quick Lane at Dollar Ford in Rapids.
Every second, 127 new devices connect to the internet. You can feel it happening. We're entering a whole new era of technology, and MediaCom will be ready to power it with one of the nation's first supercharged 10G platforms. We'll be bringing you more speed, more capacity, more security, and the power to do more than you ever dreamed possible. Visit 10g.mediacomcable.com to learn more.
Hi, this is Hayden Mars with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to the Thunderhawk hockey on J105 The Thunder.
And we are just about set for hockey action as Grand Rapids in the white home uniforms going from left to right on your TV screen, computer screen, or radio dial, however you wish it. And Cloquet in the road purples going from right to left. Off the face-off, here comes DeMars. DeMars into the zone, shot right on, and Walsh has to make a good blocker save off the bat. Puck comes to the corner and DeMars. DeMars puts it down low. Dushkin back to get it there. Dushkin goes up the wall and getting it out to center. Dushkin carries on one-on-one against Sturl. Long shot right on. And Pilkington scoops it up and holds it for a face-off.
We're underway. What was it? January 14th, these teams matched up 6-1, and Grand Rapids shot them 2-1 in that one. So the goaltender made 46 saves. That's a pretty good job. And it was the other goaltender, too, that played that game. Yeah.
Okay. So it is Walsh in net, even though they announced Timon, and I was given Timon as a starter. Coaches aren't being very nice to me tonight.
They didn't change numbers.
I hope not. Off the face-off as here comes Easton Young. Young drops it to Bischoff. Bischoff had it taken away from behind. Nice defensive play there by Silder. And now Grand Rapids will regroup. Backhanded into the zone by Bonner. Up to the half wall. Pinching in is Peart. Peart, backhand pass to Young. Young shoots toward the net. I believe that was going wide, but scooped up by Walsh, and he'll.
Yeah, too bad Bischoff couldn't get that off. He had to kind of settle the puck down a little bit, and as he's trying to do that, the Cloquet defender lifted his stick on a nice back check.
But you know that, the little plays like Peart just made where he's on his backhand going back towards his blue line and knowing just exactly where Easton Young is, just tapping it across and keeping the puck alive.
And he looked first to see if any Lumberjacks were in between, too.
Oh, it wasn't a blind pass.
No.
Puck now into the Grand Rapids zone as Peart picks it up behind his own net. Peart behind the net for Easton Young. Young comes up to Bischoff, and Bischoff turns, taps it to Braden Holcomb. Holcomb far side to Bonner. Bonner's shot turned aside by Walsh. Now here's Bischoff. Bischoff feeds it back to the point, gets a return pass on the backhand, now leaves it for Morquay. Long shot goes wide from Sturl. Puck close to the side of the net. Has players fight for it, and Cloquet will come away with it. Just underway, no score on the Grand Itasca scoreboard. Grand Rapids keeps it in and down deep. Pass across to Bischoff. He throws it back in front for Holcomb. Thunderhawks need a line change. They'll finish that up here as Morquay turns, sweeps it to Sam Sturl on this side. Now back to Morquay, who has to retreat into his own zone. Up the boards as Del Greco gets it out to center, no farther, and Finola is shooting it back in. Puck deep in the Grand Rapids zone beside the Grand Rapids net. Del Greco fights for it, but Sam Sturl comes up with it and then gets it to Del Greco. Puck slides ahead, backhanded into the zone by Drotz. Drotz had his 4-game goal scoring streak stopped. Had a couple nice chances against Hermantown, but wasn't able to light the lamp. Kerr finds Peart, and Peart leads the charge through center. Kerr back to Peart, who was cutting down the middle. Back to the point, shot right on from Del Greco, turned aside by Walsh. Now in the corner is Berg. Berg goes far side, tip to the Grand Rapids line where Peart picks it up. Peart finds Hayden DeMars. DeMars looks for Young, shot right on. Puck comes down right in front of the net, and DeMars didn't know it was coming there.
Well, that bounced up high, and everybody's trying to find it for a second.
Now here's DeMars again. DeMars, stick handles in. He'll go down low. Look behind the net, but everyone else making changes. And out to center comes Brock House. House has a winger coming with him, but the Thunderhawks break that up. DeMars, end of a shift. He's still out there as Morquay shot right on, and Walsh will pounce on it for the faceoff.
Hey, let's thank Super One Foods, Affinity Plus Credit Union, Taco John's, Guy Claremont Financial, S&S Meats, and Coldwell Banker, Northwoods Realty for sponsoring Thunderhawk Hockey, coming to you on J105. This is a little line matching going on here with Mr. Chido?
This was a late change as he'll send out the Braden Holcomb line here and pull the Sturl line off, which is interesting. Bonner tries to center it. That's taken away from him. It'll come to center. Morquay shoots it back into the Cloquet zone. Behind the net goes Okus. Okus goes to the far side. Off the boards and into the Grand Rapids zone. Giving chase there is Danaski. But the Thunderhawks move it out to center with Bonner. Bonner gets it to the zone, but no farther. Okus again tries the far side. As the Lumberjacks will get it to center. Bonner takes it away there and turns into zone. Sturl finds Bischoff. Bischoff shot. Oh, nice save by Walsh. Got the blocker up and knocked it into the netting.
That was a nice sniper shot, destined for that corner, but a good blocker save.
12:36 to go on the Grand Itasca scoreboard. Shots on goal are 6-1 Grand Rapids, still no score as the Del Greco line comes out. And that face-off won by the Lumberjacks. Panovich shoots it into the Thunderhawk zone. Puck up the boards, fighting for it in the corner. It'll come to Young behind the net. Young for the Thunderhawks goes rink wide to Peart. Peart right on the stick of Kerr. Kerr comes into the zone looking for the backhand pass to Del Greco. Not quite, but it comes to the zone, or it comes to the point. Long shot right on, rebound, spin around. What a save by Walsh. Drotz, if you'd have just tapped it on the backhand, had an open net, tried to spin around. Now a long shot, and Walsh makes the save and holds on.
I was going to say that Gigi had a nice net there open with the backhand, but I don't think he could see.
No, I don't think so either. Spun around, got a nice shot on net, but by that time Walsh had the pad coming across.
Before I came up here, I was watching the UMD Bulldogs. Zach Stayskull in nets against St. Cloud State. They were down 2-0. It's tied 3-3 now.
And the JV game went 3-1 to Grand Rapids. They scored with fractions of a second left for that third goal. Del Greco behind the net goes to the far side as Peart slides it to Del Greco. Del Greco gets into the Cloquet zone, finds Peart. Peart out front. Oh, trying to tip it in front was J.J. Kerr and couldn't quite get the shot on net. Long pass ahead, gets to Kerr again. Kerr will backhand it in, and they call icing. That's a tight icing call.
Yeah,
it was right in front of us. I think it was the right call, but it was tight.
Yeah. And boy, that Kerr, that was almost, it looked like he was just trying to tip it to somebody else on the other side of the net, and it worked, but nobody was there.
Faceoff will come back into the Grand Rapids zone. No score on the Grand Itasca scoreboard. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Sturl taking the draw against Danaski. Thunderhawks win the draw, can't get it out initially. Puck goes to the far side. After it there is Sittler. Shot is blocked on the way through, and DeMars takes a hit but moves it ahead to Sturl. Sturl taps it. Mortensen wasn't ready for it, and the puck shot back into the Thunderhawk zone. This time we'll have an icing call on Cloquet Esco Carleton. Face-off will come back in the Lumberjack zone. They're holding on right now. Grand Rapids has had a couple of grade A scoring chances, but haven't lit the lamp yet.
Yeah, they're out shooting them 9-1 so far in this period, and the only shot Cloquet's had was from outside the blue line, I think.
I believe so. It will be Brockhouse going up against Sturl on the face-off. That's won by the Lumberjacks. Backhanded behind the net by Patton. Patton will get it back on the far side. And Cloquet just unable to move it up. Stayed at the half wall after about 3 cracks at it. And now Hayden DeMars. DeMars back to the point to Morquay. Morquay shot tipped in front. It was right in the skates of Sturl. He didn't know it was there. Poked off a Morquay stick. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Lumberjacks. They keep it just onside, and Sturl able to break that up. Now at the blue line, here's Okus. That shot is tipped in front of the net and goes into the netting.
Sturl, great defensive play, and Ren Morquay is one of the best. Maybe Peart's just as good, but coming up along the boards and always keeps the puck in. He knows the right angle with his skate, with his body, to keep that puck from getting out beyond him. He does a great job. I've seen him do it twice already this afternoon.
Braden Holcomb out to take the draw to the right of goaltender Pilkington. Grand Rapids wins that cleanly, and through center ice, DeMars, who had a nice opportunity his last shift, comes to the point. Young keeps it in, scoops it to the open corner. To the point, kept in by Peart, but his pass comes outside the zone, and Young goes to Peart as they retreat and regroup. Young now to Braden Holcomb. Holcomb turns, finds Peart, ahead to Bischoff. His shot right on, rebound, they score! Braden Holcomb, he hadn't lit the lamp for a while. He's had some assists, puts it past Walsh, and it's 1-0 Grand Rapids.
Nice goal as he cruised into the slot there. Gets that pass.
And Grand Rapids, sometimes we've talked about them not crashing the net. Against Hermantown, they crashed the net. There's another one going right in.
And let's see, who passed it out? I heard you call, and I've already forgotten.
Bischoff, I believe.
Okay.
Grand Rapids breaks out on top 1-0 on the Braden Holcomb goal. And Holcomb, that's his 3rd goal of the season to go with 7 assists.
They give the helpers to Bonner and Peart on that one.
Who might argue with Marv or the referee? As we have the offside call against the Thunderhawks, and the face-off will come outside the zone. One game today of note that went final, Duluth East over Roseau. That game at Heritage Arena, and the final there 2-0 for Duluth East. Roseau will be here on Monday at 6.
Yeah.
So I assume they're making 2 separate drives, one to Duluth and one to here in 3 days. Well, and that's a lot of bus time.
I want to say they played up on the range on Friday night.
Could have. Can't say that I remember seeing that
score.
That score this morning. Puck in the Grand Rapids zone, and Drotz gets it to Kerr. Kerr tries to come through center. Shot, goal! Joey Del Greco snipes that one past Walsh, and just like that, it's 2-0.
Just like that. In fact, that was not even a minute later.
So Grand Rapids now out to a 2-0 lead. They've dominated in territorial play right from the get-go. Shots on goal now 11-1, and the score 2-0.
Del Greco on the goal, Kerr on 1 assist. Do you see anybody else, you think?
Yeah, there will be another. There was a pass through center. So there'll be a 2nd assist on that as well. Morquay gets the 2nd assist. Yep. I thought it was a defenseman through center. So There you go, Joey Del Greco, another guy who's been inflating his assist totals recently, but hasn't been getting a lot of goals. Puts that one past Walsh. It's 2-0.
Yeah, what's that, his 5th on the year? Yeah.
Yes. Off the face-off, Grand Rapids wins that, moving up the wall. Sturl fights for it, can't do it. Now it comes to Sam Sturl. Behind the net to Morquay. Thunderhawks leading 2-0. Now 8:23 to go, period number 1. And that pass out of the reach of Hayden DeMars. It'll go down the ice for a Grand Rapids icing.
Our defensemen are such good passes, they just always snap it. And sometimes
you better be ready to go.
That's right.
Actually, you better be moving before the pass, right?
You better be going where they're putting it, because they're putting it in the right spot.
Henry Sturl will take the draw against Ermatinger. How do you say that name again? I forget. It's been too long. Number 22.
That's a good one.
I'll get it from Marty Hill between periods.
Ermatinger.
Grand Rapids wins the draw, move it up the boards to Bonner. Bonner to Holcomb. Holcomb comes rink wide to Bischoff. Bischoff slides it in deep. Holcomb goes after it, slides it to the corner. Bonner fights for it there. Ermatinger there as well, but it squirts out front for Finala. Finala moves it down the ice, catching up to it, and paying for it was Gonzarowski. And back come the Thunderhawks. Here comes Holcomb. Holcomb slides it to Bischoff, leaves it for Bonner. Shot right on, and Walsh makes the save.
Boy, he came way out on the top of the paint to get that one as Bonner slashed through the high crease and ripped one on him. Let's thank a few more sponsors like Mediacom, McDonald's, Nooch is in the corner, Grand Rapids State Bank, and Don DeLinger Ford.
Holcomb and Del Greco for Grand Rapids 2-0 lead, 7:41 to go. And I would say Grand Rapids has not come out flat here against Cloquet so far.
It doesn't seem like it. They're flashing the skates and really playing fast hockey.
Cloquet will get it out to center with Bird. Bird shoots it into the corner. It'll bounce toward the net, and Pilkington says enough of that and holds it for a face-off. Face-off will come to Pilkington's right. Del Greco out to take the draw against Dushkin. And Dushkin wins it back cleanly to Okas. Okas shot, who I don't know if Pilkington saw that till the last minute and kicked the pad out and got it into the corner. Thunderhawks tap it ahead. Kerr now to Drotz, who gives chase. Del Greco follows up. Del Greco stick handles in, goes behind the Cloquet net. Del Greco at the half wall near side. Leaves it down low for Kerr. Kerr tries to pick it up off the wall. Now Drotz will play it down low. Drotz back to the point. Shot skips just wide on the one-timer from Peart. Kept in by Easton Young. Takes a hit for his efforts. Behind the net goes Rauner.
Took a hit, but another great job keeping it inside the blue line by Easton Young.
Now the puck into the Grand Rapids zone. Turnover, and the puck slides in on Pilkington, who keeps it out.
That puck just kind of kept bouncing to the net.
Yeah.
People swinging at it, and it finally got there where Pilkington smothers it.
It was never a clean shot, but it just kept going in and deeper. 6:28 to go, period 1, 2-0 Grand Rapids. Sturl will take the draw to the left of goaltender Pilkington. And that one's won by the Lumberjacks. Shot is blocked by Morquay, and the Thunderhawks out to center. DeMars with some room. DeMars powers his way in, goes behind the net, chases it to the far side. Down low for Mortensen. He tries to go out front for Sturl. Keeping it in is Sam Sturl. Sam Sturl unable to keep it in now. And out to center is Brock House. House centering pass, and all tied up there was Doneski. Sturl did everything but rope him and throw him down and give him the steer tie, I think. Now here's Henry Sturl. Sturl, his pass for Mortensen just behind him. Shot from Morquay is blocked, and that puck flipped goes up into the bleachers, and we'll have a whistle and a face-off. 2-0 Grand Rapids, 5:38 to go, period 1.
12-3, shots on goal here. They outshot them 52-23 down in Cloquet at the beginning of the year, first game. Now you saw that one.
Oh yeah, Grant was.
Was it like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar game where Grand Rapids just
controlled play.
Just kept controlling play, exactly. And we're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a penalty. Whistle hasn't gone yet. Delayed penalty coming up on the Thunderhawks for tripping, as Thunderhawks haven't touched it yet. Net is empty as Patton. Lumberjacks will get it to center, and now we'll actually have the whistle on an offside call. We'll stop the play, and Braden Holcomb will go to the penalty box for a cross check.
I don't think he agreed.
They never do. 5-3. I saw it. It was a cross check.
First penalty of the game goes to the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
23% power play for Cloquet Esco Carleton, as the Thunderhawks will get it out to center with Bischoff. Bischoff has Young going with him. It's a 2-on-1 out front. Oh, nice defensive play by Okus to break that up. Grand Rapids, a golden opportunity, shorthanded.
He timed that layout just right, didn't he?
He did. Now Bischoff moves it to Del Greco. Del Greco puts on the brakes in the face-off circle. Takes a hit into the half wall, but still controls the puck. Comes out front, backhand. Nice save by Walsh.
Holy cow.
That was Del Greco fighting through some rough water in the corner, and how he came out with the puck after all that, I have no idea.
I think it was him 1-on-2 against two Lumberjacks, and he avoided a check the second time and somehow came through the next player and ended up with the puck.
Sturl out to take the draw. 1:28 to go in the Cloquet power play. Both scoring chances so far on this power play have come shorthanded to Grand Rapids. Now Daneski will take the hit, move it in to the Grand Rapids zone, and Cloquet able to gain control. Come near side, slap shot. That's blocked by Sam Sturl, and Sturl gathers it up and leads it 3-on-2. Sturl shot right on. Walsh wasn't sure. He was looking behind him, but he had it covered.
Yeah, he wasn't sure where he had it, so he took a peek behind him, but he had it all along.
So that time, Sam Sturl, any of the defensemen can just lead the rush, right? Grand Rapids has had two odd man rushes while shorthanded.
Right.
Had a 2-on-1, and there was a 3-on-2. Cloquet wins the faceoff. Okus puts it behind his own net. As Cade Anderson. Anderson moves it up to the near side to Dushkin. Dushkin in deep. Back to get it is Kerr. He'll move it to the line, but not out. Anderson. He'll go far side to Okus. Okus back to Anderson. Shot goes over the net. Rebounds to the point. Kept in there by Okus. Thunderhawks trying to get it out. Can't do it. That shot tipped, and it'll go high into the netting behind Pilkington. 29 seconds left in the Cloquet power play. Holcomb for cross-checking. 3:41 to go in the period. 2-0 Grand Rapids.
That was a high slot shot for the Lumberjacks, but a nice stick by Wade Browse just to deflect it enough. Up and out of play.
This time it'll be Kerr taking the draw against Dushkin. Dushkin wins it back. Shot right on, and that blocker save bounces back to the point. Cade Anderson this time goes down low. He'll get it back in the middle of the ice. Shot right on. Rebound.
I think that was deflected just before it got to Pilkington.
That was a good save. Couple nice saves here towards the end of this power play as Cloquet looking to get on the board. Shot on the one-timer from Anderson, gets underneath it and scoops it up into the netting, and that face-off will come outside the zone because no one touched it.
Yeah, he shot it straight into the netting. 3:17 left, 5 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Thunderhawks.
Del Greco to take the draw. And Holcomb back out. Long shot, blocker save. That was a little... As now Drotz comes in. Drotz shot, hits a skate and goes wide. Drotz finds it at the wall and puts it deep. Grand Rapids back at full strength. Anderson puts it behind the net. but Del Greco deflects it out front.
And Kerr tips it onto the net, and the goaltender holds on. I think
he actually didn't hold on, but the referee lost sight of it and blew the whistle. So
Did you see that one? Not the second block, but that first block? That it almost came all the way back out to the blue line.
Yes, I did.
Air. That's all.
He's got some trampoline on that blocker.
That's some spring.
Off the face-off, Thunderhawks fight for it, but it'll be taken over by Rauner. Rauner behind the net will get away from pressure, move it up to the half wall. Young came and pinched in, and then Del Greco kept it in at the point. Now out to center ice, and here comes Brock House. House on the far side. Peart takes a bump, moves it behind the net, and into the corner. Young tips it ahead. Now here's Drotz. Drotz, end of a shift. Tried to get it to Del Greco, and now the puck down the ice, and Sturl going after it. They say no icing. Sam Sturl. Behind the net, turns, keeps the puck alive, moves it up to DeMars. DeMars fights his way in, and puck goes right across the crease, but no one can get a stick on it. DeMars again. Back to the point to Morquay. Morquay, his shot, hits a couple sticks, goes wide, and Hayden DeMars, top of the face-off circle, comes to Sam Sturl. Sturl, his shot, goes out of play. The puck was bouncing a little bit, and that's the second one in recent history that has gone out of play without anyone touching it. I think that'll come outside the zone as well.
Bounced off the netting and back onto the rink, and the goaltender was right there with his glove.
Face-off will be just outside the Cloquet Esco Carleton blue line. Braden Holcomb taking the draw. Scored one of 2 goals for Grand Rapids here this afternoon. Puck shot into the Grand Rapids zone at the half wall. Scrum for it, and it will come squirt out to Bonner. Bonner, his pass ahead doesn't connect with Holcomb, so Sam Sturl will try it now in his own zone. Gets it to Braden Holcomb. Holcomb shoots it in deep. Walsh will leave it there. Kate Anderson backhands it to the near side. Now Berg tries to get it ahead, stopped by the Thunderhawks, feathered ahead, and Bischoff can't quite get a shot off. Now we're going to have a penalty called on Cloquet. That was in the corner. And Kate Anderson will go.
Number 12.
And he, according to him, he didn't do anything either, just like Braden. It's amazing.
They might have given something more here than 2 minutes.
Well, there's 2 minutes up on the board.
All right, good. The way the ref was talking to the box, someone
else is going in.
So it must have been from behind, or?
So checking from behind, I believe so.
Yeah.
And a 5-minute major.
All right, there goes the 5 minute.
Yep. So Grand Rapids now a major penalty, last minute of this period, but this one will, it is a checking from behind major penalty. As Peart shot, Walsh will get a pad on that and move it into the netting. And so these 5 minutes, and Grand Rapids can score as many as they want.
Yeah, you're going to take 4.5 minutes into period number 2. Maybe they can put one on the board here.
Now here's Peart. Peart takes a look, slides it to Del Greco. Del Greco back to Peart, middle of the ice, shot, and what a save by Walsh. We've seen that puck go in the net a lot of times this year, and Walsh able to find it and hold on.
Nice rip by Jack Peart, just inside the blue line.
That quick release snapshot that he has.
Now I heard in your recap that did he score on a slap shot?
He did. He cranked up a boomer, and he doesn't do that often.
Yeah.
Now here's Del Greco, goes down low. Holcomb tries to poke it in short side, and Walsh is there to hold on to that one.
I thought he got it for a second. Thought he snuck it just inside the pad and the pipe.
Shots on goal are 19-4. It's 2-0 Grand Rapids. 17 seconds to go in the first period. Puck still loose in the face-off circle. It'll come back to Peart. Peart down low for Holcomb. Now the Thunderhawks will spread it out. Peart to Young. Young had to get away from him a little bit. And now we got a scrum as the period comes to an end. So Grand Rapids will have 4:11 left on that major penalty when we hit the second period. A 2-0 Grand Rapids lead after one. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
If you're looking for an experienced and professional attorney in the Grand Rapids area, look no further than Sterl Law Office. Attorney Chad B. Sterl has over 22 years of legal expertise in dealing with criminal defense, family law, DUI, DWI, and many other legal practices. Let him help you through a stressful time by taking care of the legal logistics and delivering expert legal support. Call 218-326-9646 to schedule an appointment. Chad Sterl at Sterl Law Office, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk hockey.
Hi, I'm Bob Zahn, one of your Grand Rapids Edward Jones financial advisors. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Sports on J105. Call any of our Grand Rapids Edward Jones offices for any of your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
First American Title Insurance is here for you. Their local office, Itasca County Abstract Company, has provided service for more than 75 years. They can help with title insurance, real estate title certificates, abstract services, and escrow services. They are a proud and long-standing supporter of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics. Itasca County Abstract Company, a First American Title Insurance member, located in downtown Grand Rapids.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
At Jimmy John's, we want your sandwich to arrive freaky fast, so it's freaky fresh. So we only deliver within 5 minutes of our stores, and not farther. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. 5 minutes is not a guaranteed delivery time. Actual delivery times will vary.
At Grand Rapids GM, their philosophy is simple, and that is their customers being completely satisfied, not only in the vehicle, but in their entire experience. Their goal is that you enjoy your buying experience to the point that you feel comfortable in recommending them to your family and friends. Grand Rapids GM is the fastest growing dealership in the Northland and the area's only certified pre-owned GM dealership. Make your next car buying experience an enjoyable one. At Grand Rapids GM, the Car Corner, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Ray's Marine is a fourth-generation business that has been serving the Northland for almost 50 years. Their passionate and experienced sales staff can help you make the right decision when choosing a new boat or pontoon for your family. Whether you're looking for a Lund, Crestliner, Bennington, Mercury, Yamaha, or Honda, Ray's Marine has the boat and motor you're looking for. Visit them on Highway 2 East or reach them by clicking on the text button at raysmarine.com. Ray's Sport and Marine, when your passion is the water.
Hi, this is Jack Peart with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
2-0 Grand Rapids after a period of play, and Grand Rapids dominating the period, and they have a major power play, 4:11 left on that power play when the second period starts. Shots on goal 19-4, and Grand Rapids is just plain control play.
Pretty much. I mean, Cloquet has had a few rushes up the rink and even some passes through the neutral zone, but they really aren't getting anything to connect too much because of the great back check and good defense by the Thunderhawks. I'll take a personal note here. Wish my middle daughter happy birthday today. It's her birthday today. She's probably not listening. She's probably out with her friends.
Well, you can pick it back up on the podcast and prove to her.
And my friend Vern Radke just updated me. The UMD Bulldogs spotted St. Cloud State 2-0. Then they came back to make it 3-2, tied it 3-3, and lost it in overtime. So St. Cloud State won that one.
That'll make Gundy happy. And I had a partial score that I thought was a final. Roseau defeats East 6-3 is the final. Spotted Duluth East, a 2-0 lead, came roaring back. so they get that win. Here it's 2-0 Grand Rapids after 1. We'll take a break and come back with our between period summary. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
Are your brakes grinding or squealing when you're stopping? Take advantage of this special spring mail-in rebate sale. When you purchase CarQuest Professional Platinum or Premium Gold brake pads and 2 CarQuest disc brake rotors, you can save up to $50. In stock, ready to go at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
When it comes to choosing a propane company, there's no settling for second best. Ferrellgas is the propane provider that can give you the quality service you deserve. Whether you're using propane for your home, business, or farm, we are the dependable propane company that's been powering communities across the nation for 80 years. With 24/7 emergency service, flexible billing and delivery options, and a customer referral program that pays you back, it's no wonder why Ferrellgas leads the pack. Call 1-800-450-5701 today and experience the Ferrellgas advantage.
Nooch's in the Corner is your go-to for full-service gas fill-ups, propane, and U-Haul services. But they also carry one of the best outbuildings in the market in Old Hickory buildings and sheds with many different floor plans and styles to choose from. With 20% down, you can lock in the price to avoid any price increases and be delivered in the spring. They also feature a 5-year warranty, a low price guarantee, and even offer free delivery. Custom order yours today. Visit Nooch's for more info. It's not just any old building, it's an Old Hickory building.
Your number one Grand Rapids Thunderhawk fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Itasca Reliable Insurance are a winning combination. They'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Itasca Reliable Insurance in Grand Rapids today, 326-8518.
Introducing new Queso Blanco from Taco John's. It amplifies everything on our menu, kind of like a hype man. Melty, cheesy, white cheddar goodness. Came in dripping. With just the right amount of jalapeno heat. Where my peppers at? Oh yeah, right here in the queso. Our Queso Blanco remixes anything, like the Boss Burrito for only $6. Remix! Download our app for exclusive deals at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better. Never enough queso.
Penalty on number 16, 2 minutes for slashing.
Coach, it's all tied up. What should we do?
Okay, let's set up a solid income plan with great diversification and an intelligent withdrawal rate. Come on now, let's crunch those numbers and get that goal. For winning guidance with your retirement game plan, give the coaching staff at Claremont Financial Advisors a call to put together your winning play.
Now in front, shot, they score!
Hi, this is Joey Del Greco with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
2-0 Grand Rapids after 1, and this between period summary brought to you by Anderson Opphoff and Stoffer and Jen, and they are law office proudly serving clients in northern Minnesota since 1917. What do you got, Thomas?
Well, let's see. The Rapids scored their 2 goals pretty much less than a minute apart. Holcomb got the first one at 9:47. And let's see here. Bonner and Peart on the helpers on that one. And 57 seconds later, it was Del Greco with Kerr and Morquay. Each team took a penalty. Cloquet is still going to suffer for another 4.5 minutes. 4 minutes and 11 seconds in this period. And Grand Rapids did outshoot them 19-4. They lead 2-0. I noticed in the first game they scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third against Cloquet.
They did. So we'll see if they can do that again. They're on pace. On pace for that. Thunderhawks hit the ice. We'll take one more break and come back with second period action. This between period summary brought to you by Anderson Opphoff and Stoffer and Jan, proudly serving clients in northern Minnesota since 1917.
The Timberlake Restaurant is now open for dinner Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 p.m., serving dinner until 9 p.m. Chef has prepared many new menu items, and your favorites will still be available. The Timberlake Restaurant still offers curbside pickup. Call 326-2600 to place your order. Everyone at the Timberlake thanks you for supporting them during these times. We are excited to welcome you back. The Timberlake Restaurant, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
S&S Meats has something for everyone. Try their number 1 or number 2 meat bundles. Packed and wrapped, fresh to order, the bundles will give you a large selection of all your favorites, from pork to poultry and red meat. Plus, buy either bundle and receive for free 10 pounds of leg quarters or a whole chicken with no antibiotics or hormone injections. Still have your venison trimmings? Bring them into S&S Meats and turn them into steaks, sticks, jerky, or more. S&S Meats guarantees your product back. Be sure to check out the beef sticks. They have over 60 available flavors. S&S Meats, Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids. You don't want to work at just any old place, and you don't want to work just any old time. Maybe you want to work mornings, afternoons, or late nights, weekdays or weekends. For job openings on your schedule, check out the openings at McDonald's.com. They're hiring for multiple shifts and positions. McDonald's can be more than just a job. They have great career opportunities available for the right people. If you're looking for fulfilling work and a fun and challenging atmosphere, don't wait any longer. Apply at McDonald's.com. I'm loving it.
We learned a lot in 2020 at Affinity Plus. We know we can help you manage your finances in all sorts of different ways. This is Ann Cates, branch manager. I'm excited to share our branch lobby is open again, but things will look a little bit different. We're asking you to continue to take care of any cash transactions and deposits through our drive-thru or ATMs. You can come on in for any loans, membership, or account services. We have several contactless options still available to you, and our debit and credit cards now offer that contactless payment. To understand more ways we've made baking better, visit us at affinityplus.org, insured by NCUA.
Ready to start second period action. Grand Rapids on the power play for 4-11, and I was right on the pass on on goal number 1. Hunter Bischoff gets the assist instead of Bonner. They've changed it. Has a shot right on and a goal as Jack Peart, 9 seconds in on the power play, and that was an odd bounce as the puck was going behind the net. Walsh went behind the net to stop it. It took a bounce and came back to Peart. He had an open net. Walsh dove, couldn't get there.
So the assist goes to the end boards is what you're saying.
I'm thinking so. That was a strange bounce, wasn't it?
Gosh. The way it came back out and almost in another direction instead of, usually they bounce and go the opposite direction.
Right.
This came back the same direction it came from.
Power play goal for Peart is 3-0. And we'll finish off with a few extra stats from Marv. He got them to us a little late. Shot attempts 27-12. Face-offs just 54%. And scoring chances 6-0. Grand Rapids now leading 3-0. And that pass goes just across the blue line. We'll have an offside call. And the face-off outside at the Grand Rapids, or the Cloquet blue line.
Little confusion with the Thunderhawks on the offside there, and a little frustration too.
Well, they moved the face-off to center ice, so they must have decided that was not a correct offside call. Like moved it to the center ice dot. As the Thunderhawks now come in, puck will rebound back to the point, kept in there by Peart. Peart goes far side for Del Greco. Del Greco down low for Holcomb. Backside, and Young, if he could have shot it right away, he had an angle. He was on his off wing. Puck bounced on him a couple times, and by the time he got ready to shoot, there were people in the way.
Yeah, it was a hard pass coming at him, and he tried to smooth it down and get the shot off, and by that time it gets deflected.
Face-off will be to Walsh's right. 3-0 Grand Rapids, and they're still on a power play for 3:28. Kerr will take the draw. Back to the point, Morquay keeps it in. Far side for Sam Sturl. Sturl now to Morquay. Morquay, one-timer. Kerr cranks that up, and a nice save by Walsh. Out to center ice, and here comes Timon. Timon, his shot goes into the corner. And now Grand Rapids will start back up with Morquay. Morquay to Sam Sturl. Sturl gets the puck in the zone. Thunderhawks take over. Here's Kerr. Back to Morquay. Now to Sam Sturl. His shot. Actually a pass. Now a shot from Morquay, gloved by Walsh, and he'll hold on for the face-off. 2:43 left in the power play. 15:31 in the period. Grand Rapids leads 3-0 on the Grand Itasca scoreboard.
There was lots of players in front there, but none of them in front of the goaltender, so Walsh saw that all the way in. Let's thank Grand Rapids GM, Ferrogas, Grand Rapids Dental Care, CarQuest Auto Parts.
Grand Rapids wins that draw cleanly. Here's Peart. Peart to Del Greco. Del Greco in, shot it just wide. Now a centering pass doesn't quite get to Bischoff. Del Greco pokes at it, and it'll stay in, and that'll be a hand pass. As Bischoff throws it behind the net. Now they called it even before Grand Rapids touched it. So the faceoff will come all the way back in the Grand Rapids zone to the right of goaltender Pilkington. Off the faceoff, Holcomb wins that, and Peart behind his own net. Peart starts up for Grand Rapids. Far side to Del Greco. Del Greco comes in, goes behind the net. Half wall to Young, now back to the point to Peart. Peart finds Del Greco, now Peart to Holcomb. Holcomb down low, out front, went past 2 sticks by inches.
Yeah, I think Del Greco, they were trying to hit him, sneaking in from D on the back door.
Grand Rapids shoots it in. Minute 50 left in the major penalty. Grand Rapids has 1 power play goal out of that. As Kate Anderson with the checking from behind Major. Now here's Young. Young tries to go in front for Bischoff, doesn't quite connect, and the puck rings the boards down the ice, and Grand Rapids has to go back and get it. Pilkington leaves it there for Peart. Peart ahead now to Kerr. Kerr, shot. Oh, nice blocker save by Walsh. Now Garrett Drotz in the corner. Drotz fights for it. Bonner can't control it. Thunderhawks back to Morquay. Morquay now to Kerr. Morquay's one-timer hits traffic in front, and Cloquet will clear it with a minute left in the Grand Rapids power play. That's a man's block there when Morquay had cranked up the big boomer.
Yeah, I think they took it up kind of high too, not like in the shin pad.
It didn't sound like it hit something hard. And
No.
it's like, ee. As that pass behind, and Drotz goes over, runs over the player, and gets the puck.
It's a beautiful job by Drotz.
It was. It was.
Clean check and separated the player from the puck.
Now Morquay drops it at the last minute, and Mortensen wasn't ready for it. Pilkington shoots it behind his own net. 18 seconds left in the major penalty to the Lumberjacks. You know, not that you wanted to give up a goal and go down 3-0. They give up only 1 goal on this major penalty. That's a bit of a moral victory, I think, for Cloquet. And that's what will happen as the puck comes out to center ice, and both teams back at full strength. And Anderson, I guess, has a 10 yet to serve out of that.
Right.
So 5 more minutes left on that 10-minute misconduct that went along with it. As the puck backhanded into the Lumberjack zone. 12:28 to go, second period. Grand Rapids leading 3-0. Back to the point. Kept in there by Browse. Shot right on, and that is... I
think that hit
Sturl.
Walsh right in the
Yep.
mask off a Sturl stick, yes.
Down low it goes. Centering pass goes past everybody and back into the Grand Rapids zone. Peart has to go back to get it. Shots on goal are 24-4. Grand Rapids leading 3-0. Now here's Bonner. Bonner turns. With some room, goes to the far side, loses an edge. Blue line tripped him. Bonner comes back, out muscles a Cloquet player for the puck. Centering pass from Bischoff doesn't connect. Now Braden Holcomb. Holcomb tries to go across the front. That doesn't work. Bonner bodies his man against the boards. Chases it behind the net. And now the puck shot down the ice. That will not have enough juice to go for icing. Sturl, he tried to catch Cloquet on a line change and almost had it intercepted cleanly and giving up a scoring chance. Now Drotz. Drotz off the wall, can't control it. As a nice job stopping it there was Berg. As the puck now shot into the Grand Rapids zone by Timon. Cloquet gets it out front. That's blocked back to the point, not out. Now it will come out, and here's Holcomb. Holcomb has Bischoff trying to get in the play Far side. Holcomb will go behind the net. Back to the point. Sturl looks for room. Gets a shot on net. Pad save by Walsh. Back to the point it comes to Morquay. Morquay looks for a lane. Instead passes out front. And what a save by Walsh. I think he got a pad on it. Bischoff looking for the tap in. Now a shot doesn't get through. Drotz gets it back to the point to Sturl. And finally the puck comes out to center ice. Lumberjacks come to the near side as Timon chases after it. Tries to put it out front. Thunderhawks block that into the corner. 10 minutes left in the period. Grand Rapids leading 3-0 here middle period. Morquay gains the blue line. He's 1-on-5 waiting for help. Gets it to Kerr. Kerr leaves it in. That's a good job of just waiting by Morquay.
Right.
Knew he didn't have help, but if he could hold the puck for a little bit, just throttle down and wait.
And he made a good pass. The guy just missed it.
Yeah, but he waited until the line change was done. Sweeping it in is Howes. Back to get it is Peart. Peart behind his own net. Comes to Wyatt Holcomb. His backhand pass doesn't connect. Now Del Greco. Del Greco deep in his own zone. He'll get it again, and this time Del Greco up the half wall, gets it to Holcomb. Holcomb, cross ice pass, there's some room. That shot hits a shin pad. Next shot goes wide from Easton Young. Out to center ice, digging it out there is Daneski. And the Thunderhawks get it out to center. Kerr can't control it. Peart back into his own net, into his own zone. And that puck goes up and out of play. And we'll have a face-off in the Grand Rapids zone. 3-0 Grand Rapids, 8:46 to go in the second period on the Grand Itasca scoreboard.
We're almost halfway through this period, Sheldon. Cloquet still not a shot on Pilkington.
And I'm not sure what the referees had a little bit of discussion, and now they'll bring the face-off outside the zone.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who knocked it out either.
Now DeMars goes wide. He just loves going wide, doesn't he?
Yes, he does a pretty good job of it.
Now Peart shot through a maze of players, gets in on Walsh, and he'll hold for the face-off.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and he circled, and he went behind the net, and he came about to the above the goal line and made a pass back to the point at that. But he looked in front. He was looking for somebody there, just couldn't find anybody.
An outlet pass to Peart at the point is never a bad option.
Right.
Puck out front. Shot toward the net, doesn't get on net yet. In the Grand Rapids zone, trying to get out. Oh, there's a big hit as Hayden DeMars a little slow to get up. He was leveled pretty good against the boards.
Yeah, it was a good solid check. Stop him right in front of him.
Now Easton Young to Peart. Peart gains the red line, shoots it in high. Thunderhawks make some changes. And out to center ice comes Timon. Timon flips it into the Grand Rapids zone. Back to get it is Sam Sturl. Sturl to Holcomb. Holcomb off the skates of Bonner and into the Cloquet zone. Finola back to get it. Off the boards for Timon. Timon tries to center it. That doesn't connect. And the puck behind the Grand Rapids net out to center. Hits the Cloquet players in the box, and we'll have the face-off back in the Grand Rapids zone.
And take a minute here to thank Paul Bunyan Communications, Edward Jones Incorporated, Ray's Sport and Marine, and Itasca Reliable, as well as Edge of the Wilderness Realty, sponsoring Thunderhawk Hockey J105.
Face off to the right of Pilkington. It's still loose, and now Bischoff will sweep it out to center. Bonner gives chase. Getting there first is Rauner. Rauner takes a hit as he puts it behind his own net, and out to center ice with a little bit of speed comes Daneski. Daneski puts it into the Grand Rapids zone. Morquay after it there, but Shot, see if they give him a shot on net on that. Didn't see a move yet.
I don't think so.
Mars being picky. Puck at the point, shot, and there's a save by Pilkington, and he'll hold on for the faceoff.
And I bet they don't mark that one down either.
No, I think that one was going
outside.
wide. I think that was going wide too.
Yep.
6:49 to go in the second period, and Grand Rapids leading by a score of 3-0. Jack Peart unassisted off the assist to the end boards on the Jack Peart goal on the power play just early in this period. Puck moves ahead and shot right on from Del Greco. No one in front for the rebound. Peart keeps it in with his body for a moment, now has to come out to center. Peart turns, goes far side to Drotz. Drotz leaves it for Young. Young to Peart. Peart flips it toward the net. That goes high and over the crossbar. Behind his own net is Patton. Patton loses it. Spin around. Del Greco scores!
Beautiful job by Del Greco. He lifts a Cloquet Lumberjack stick and spins around and buries it.
Joey Del Greco, his second of the night. It's 4-0 Grand Rapids. Nice to see Del Greco crack the light a few times.
Yeah. For as hard as he plays and sets up a lot of other players, so it's nice when he can put one in himself.
4-0 Grand Rapids now, 6:12 to go in period 2. And we have a change of goalies as Zach Timon will come out. I believe he's played a few more games than Walsh.
He's got 9 games where Walsh has 6.
So the goaltender change. Now, many years ago, you used to get a warm-up time if you changed goaltenders, but teams abuse that a little bit. Now you don't. Puck shot toward the net, that deflects wide. I think Evelyn Gilbert back in the 70s when they had 2 good lines and not much else could make a period last about 45 minutes. Shot off the pipe by Peart. Rebound right in. And goes into the corner. Now down low for DeMars. He'll go back to Peart. Peart works his way in. Shot, goal.
I don't think that got tipped either, do you?
DeMars was providing the screen.
Yeah, there was a couple there.
And he's a big body to look around, but I believe it'll be Peart's second.
And looks like DeMars is going through the line there.
It didn't go off his stick. Could have gone in off him.
Shin pads or body.
Shin pads or, yeah. You know, do the classic Zach Parisi off his hind end. But nice to see if that's Aiden DeMars. It'll be his second goal to go with 10 assists. Peart took the shot from the point. He'll certainly get an assist. And Grand Rapids now a 5-0 lead. 5:18 to go in the second. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital. They are the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. And Blake Hendrickson out for his first shift. Throws it down low. Now the puck comes out to center, and Hendrickson has to turn and go after it. Sturl will get there first. It is DeMars getting credit for the goal. And did I hear Easton Young getting the other assist?
The other assist, yep.
4:36 to go in the second period. As Hendrickson waits for players to get onside, Grand Rapids now will make a line change. And Cloquet looking to get organized and come out. They'll move it up the near side to House. Goes off his stick and into the Grand Rapids zone. Sam Sturl back to get it. Sturl circles behind his own net. Out to Holcomb. Holcomb will chase it in. Has Bonner going in with him. Stops. Finds the second man in. That's Bischoff. Puck still out front. And Bischoff's shot saved by Tyner.
That was really a nice play. Nice shot by Bischoff. He got the goalie shot to the side he was coming from, but got his pad down there. The only way that could have gone, I think, is if it had been a little more top shelf.
Yep, I think so. 4:08 to go in the second period. Grand Rapids dominating, leading 5-0. Shots on goal 31-4 now for Grand Rapids. Out front shot, what a save. Bonner looking for a goal. off the one-timer. Bonner doesn't have a goal this season. Wouldn't have realized that.
He just got a nice body check over there. Put that guy against the boards in a hard way.
Well, he's had plenty of those.
He's solid. He's just a strong kid.
He may be the strongest player on this team. I don't know.
I would bet that's probably true. You know, I watched him play football only once, but that was quite impressive.
Long shot goes over the Pilkington in the Grand Rapids zone. Cloquet will keep it in. Bischoff deflects it to the point, doesn't get out as Patton keeps it in there. 3:21 to go in the period. Grand Rapids above their average now. They scored 3 goals this period. As the puck slides out toward Pilkington, and he'll drop the trapper on top of it and hold it for a face-off.
Well, I don't want to jinx it, but still, not a single shot on goal for Cloquet
in
this period.
Tough to score when you don't get a shot on net.
Did you know in the state tournament, Ralph Engelstead went 3 periods without a shot on net.
Off the face-off, that's won by Cloquet. Back to the point, but not kept in. And now the Thunderhawks have a 2-on-0 to Drotz shot goal. Kerr to Drotz, and it's 6-0.
Can't work the give and go any better than that.
And Drotz, poked it out, Kerr poked it out. And Drotz went with him. It was a 2-on-0, just slid it across. Drotz put it in.
Yeah.
And that will be Drotz's 8th goal of the year.
2-on-0s are sometimes hard because you don't know. I got to shoot, I got to pass, which is it?
They made that one look pretty simple.
They sure did. There wasn't any indecision among them.
Drotz from Kerr. That's the easiest goal and assist we'll call this year. Shot right on, and Timon makes the save, and he'll hold on for the face-off as Grand Rapids now a 6-0 lead with 2:40 to go in the second.
Well, you're already seeing it. They're playing a lot more from the bench right now. The Thunderhawks are. Of course, I say that, and then this line comes out intact.
There you go, the Sturl line with DeMars and Mortensen. Shot from Peart goes wide. By the way, the last game you and I did together, we were surmising about the equipment issue, skate issue with Peart in the first period. It was just plain dull skates.
That's all it was.
Shot right on as Sturl gets it in on Timon, and he'll hold for the face-off. That's all it was. But you say that's all it was. That's quite a bit.
Well, yeah.
With dull skates, you're going to struggle, and he did.
And these newer blades, so often they just fall out, when you see a guy skating off or trying to skate off.
Now a shot right on, and a rebound in front, finally cleared. That was Ben Bonner getting his first shift. And we'll have an icing call on Cloquet.
Ben Bonner, Blake Hendrickson. Who's the other forward out there? And one of the Holcombs, right?
And Wyatt Holcomb, yes. So that would be probably what we have listed as our 4th line here.
Stauffer looks like he's getting a chance.
Stauffer will come out for Sturl, get a shift with Peart here. Ben Bonner will take the draw. Off the face-off, puck still loose. Back to the point, and Peart keeps it in. Behind his own net goes Rauner. Puck into the corner, Rauner after it there. Scrum of players, Wyatt Holcomb, Ben Bonner there as well. Taken away, and out to center with a little bit of speed coming in. The Cloquet Lumberjacks with Doneski. Puck comes out to center. Shot back into the Grand Rapids zone. Pilkington leaves it there, and Stauffer, nifty little play, plays it to himself, then goes up the far side. Now Stauffer will try it again, moves it up the boards. This time gets out to center. Wyatt Holcomb tries to go wide. Goes deep in the corner. Now Ben Bonner. Bonner waits for a defenseman. Comes back to the point, keeps it in momentarily. And now we'll have a whistle.
A trip, I think, on Cloquet.
And a hooking call on Cloquet. So Grand Rapids will get a power play here late in the period. 6-0 Grand Rapids.
Comes with 1:03.
They are 1 for 1 on the power play. It was a major penalty, so they had a little extra chance to get it.
Got to get somebody in the box here. Now we come with number 6.
Gonzarowski in the box. Thunderhawks win that. Back to Young. Young goes to Jack Peart. Peart to Del Greco. Del Greco's shot slides just wide off a tip. Del Greco has 2. Pass to Peart, looking for the top corner, shoots it just high and wide. Back to the point, kept in by Del Greco. Getting over there is Bischoff. Now back to Del Greco to Peart. Peart to Young. Young settles it down. He'll crisscross with Peart. Peart top of the circle. Now to Del Greco. Del Greco to Young on the backside and just off his stick. They're trying some different things right now, aren't they?
I like it. It's real creative hockey right now.
Shot from Bischoff doesn't go, goes just wide. Puck back out in front. Holcomb can't knock it home. Holcomb taken down. Now Del Greco will pick it up. Del Greco finds Peart. Peart, he was looking for the tip in, and it deflects and goes all the way out to center ice, and that's the end of period 2. Grand Rapids with 4 in this period. They lead 6-0 after 2. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Doctors Rachel and Spencer Buchert, as well as Dr. Mike Hagley at Grand Rapids Dental Care, are proud supporters of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They know firsthand that in order to be successful, it takes the whole team working together towards a single goal. For Grand Rapids Dental Care, that goal is providing expert dental care for all their patients. For a lifetime of healthy smiles, choose Grand Rapids Dental Care for all your dental needs. Online at grdental.com, call 326-3438 to set up an appointment. Go Thunderhawks!
Make White Pine Jewelers your full-service hometown jewelry store. We can size rings, set stones, and repair your jewelry often in as little as a week and right here in our shop. Our computer-assisted design program is available to create one-of-a-kind items or to repurpose existing gems. If you have something specific in mind, we will do our best to create it. We have over 30 years of experience in the jewelry industry. White Pine Jewelers in the Pregame Plaza behind McDonald's. Find us on Facebook and Instagram or visit whitepinejewelers.com.
Mackley Auto Repair in Coleraine is happy to welcome service advisor Scott Baird to their team. He has more than 20 years of experience in the auto service industry, and he's ready to help you with your auto needs and questions. Mackley has a new state-of-the-art alignment machine, and Mackley works on all makes and models of vehicles. Mackley Auto Repair, Main Street, downtown Coleraine.
Hi, my name is Kirsten Ringgold. I am a loan operations specialist at Grand Rapids State Bank. My job involves supporting the lending department, both with commercial and personal loan customers with quite a variety of duties. I really value having regular hours and a supportive team of coworkers. The people I work with support one another. I get along great with everyone I work with, and that makes it much easier to do my job. Grand Rapids State Bank. This is my community and my bank.
Serving the community for generations. The Grand Rapids State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's Mike here, from here at the Motor Shop. If you didn't hear, we're still here. We've just moved. We're not at the old here, but we're here at the new here, which is here to serve the Northland better. Here at the new here is over 3,000 feet of shop space and a showroom that's way bigger than the old here, which isn't here, it's there. But you can find us here, north of ICC and Midway Homes on 169 on the same side of the road. It's 2949 US Highway 169. Or just call us for directions.
Temps are heating up and the spring grilling season will be here before we know it. This is Kurt, store manager at Super One North. On sale this week, 80% lean ground chuck, $2.69 a pound. Maybe your family's asking for ribs. Smithfield Fresh Natural Boneless Country Style Ribs, $1.99 a pound. Toss up a delicious salad to serve with your meal with the help of Dole's Special Blend Salad Mixes, $1.66 a bag. Make sure you have healthy snacks on hand for those busy days. How about Honeycrisp apples, $1.66 a pound. Super One Foods, proud to be part of your community.
Hi, this is John Bonner with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
6-0 Grand Rapids after 2 periods of play. And Grand Rapids, if you want total domination, they were rolling that period.
I don't know if I've ever experienced that. 0 shots on net in a high school game. I've witnessed it, but I've never been here participating in it. I know Ryder Jensen, when they went to state in 06 and 07, had 1 period in a game where he had absolutely no saves. But yeah, I've never actually been part of one. 36-4 shots on goal after 2, and it was 19-4 after the first.
And Grand Rapids rewarded as they get a power play goal from Peart to start it off early, and then Marv's a little behind on his stats. You can imagine
too many other things down there.
Shots and goals were coming too fast and furious.
Yeah, they did come pretty fast there for a while.
So Grand Rapids has the commanding 6-0 lead after 2 periods of play. We'll take a break, come back with our between period summary. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
When it comes to the toys that make living in Minnesota fun, Roth RV in Deerwood and Grand Rapids is your one-stop shop. With a showroom that's 16,000 square feet and heated, you're sure to find what you're looking for. Roth RV offers 3 of the 4 top-selling U.S. brands, from fifth wheels to travel trailers, plus enclosed and utility trailers, as well as livestock and car haulers. They also have fish houses and much more. Shop online at rothrv.com or stop by their showroom located at the Old Midway Homes location, Highway 169 East.
Hi, I'm Kurt Werner, Executive Vice President at Woodland Bank. Here at Woodland Bank, we position ourselves to be financial partners with our customers. So it's within our best interest to connect you with the best that our community has to offer. We believe that a banking relationship is built on trust and loyalty to help you achieve your goals. Woodland Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The GigaZone from Paul Bunyan Communications delivers the fastest, most reliable internet you can get. Upgrade to the secure fiber optic speed you need. Fiber-powered internet with GigaZone Blast Wi-Fi lets you stream HD video in one room, download an album in another, Snapchat in here, or dominate the latest game in here, all at once. That's the fast, reliable power of fiber. Get in the GigaZone, featuring GigaZone Blast Wi-Fi. Contact Paul Bunyan Communications today.
Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment, Northern Minnesota's John Deere dealer, is a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Sports. With winter in full swing, Northland features a full line of open station and cab tractors, blowers, pushes, and blades. You'll move heavy snow with ease with your John Deere. Looking for an ATV? Northland sells the famous Gator. You'll also find Arctic Cat, Flow, and Honda Power equipment. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, at Northland we're always ready to help. Stop by and test drive your new tractor or Gator at Northland Sport and Equipment, formerly Pregame Lawn and Sport, just 2 miles south of Grand Rapids on Highway 169. When it comes to real estate, you want Coldwell Banker Northwoods Realty on your team. Locally grown and family owned since 1947. Their full service agency of professional realtors will put their decades of knowledge, experience, and proven results to work for you. You can trust Itasca's real estate leader to provide exceptional service and expertise. Call Coldwell Banker Northwoods Realty in Grand Rapids at 326-3455 or find them online at coldwellbankernorthwoods.com. Proud to support Grand Rapids Hockey.
Here at Sammy's, we're already preparing for your Thunderhawk Hockey post-game celebration traditions. Our newly renovated tavern seating area provides plenty of space to dine in safely with family and friends. Rather take the party home? We also offer delivery or curbside to-go options. Stop by our place at 802 South Pregame Avenue. Don't forget to ask for Seth. Or visit Sammy'sPizzaGrandRapids.com to start your celebrations today.
Hey, this is Hunter Bischoff with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
This between period summary brought to you by Dr. Lee Jess Dentistry. They've been practicing for over 40 years, and they proudly support the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team, wishing them a great season, which they're having. And you got some goals to run down, my friend.
Well, there are some goals that happen in that period, and Grand Rapids is going to start with running time and a power play for the third period for 57 seconds. But Peart got it going at 10:51. That was a power play ripper on a odd bounce off the boards behind the goaltender net and right into Peart's hands, and that's not anybody that's going to miss very often. Del Greco got the next one. That was unassisted as well, wasn't it, Sheldon?
No, Del Greco from Kerr.
Oh, okay. And then DeMars got the next one with Peart and Young on the helpers there. That made it 5-0 at 5:22. And with 3:03 left, it was Drotz and Kerr on the sixth goal. And again, I mentioned that they had no shots on net in that period. Grand Rapids had 17, so right now it's 36-4. And like I say, they got 57 seconds of a power play and running time.
A running time third, so we'll get out of here a little earlier. That's all right. You can go to Sammy's for your post-game pizza if you want. We'll take another break and come back with third period action. And this between period summary brought to you by Dr. Lee Just Dentistry. They've been practicing for over 40 years in Grand Rapids, and they proudly support the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team and wish them a great season. 6-0 Grand Rapids after 2. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Hi, I'm Greg Anselmo with Edge of the Wilderness Realty. I've been serving real estate clients in Itasca County for over 15 years now. Being an avid outdoorsman has given me the opportunity to see the incredible wilderness and lakes of northern Minnesota. And that is why I'm happy to help others find their home, cabin, or hunting land. To find out more about my listings, visit eowrealty.com or call me at 218-244-4648. Love where you live, live on the edge, Edge of the Wilderness Realty.
We're here with Kirk Adams, Northern Market President of Deerwood Bank. Kirk, why is it important for you to support Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics?
Being born and raised here, I love supporting the community that helped raise me. That is why I'm working with my team at Deerwood Bank to bring nice and simple banking to the entire Grand Rapids area. From your first savings account to life after retirement, we're here to help you.
Deerwood Bank. Banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Max here with Dollar Ford. Here's the deal. Rod, I see everybody coming in for the Works program. How much does that cost?
$40.
$40? I can't even get a pair of jeans for $40.
Yep.
I filled my tank. That was more than $40.
Yep.
Rod, I heard your wife's haircut's even more than $40.
Yep.
So you're telling me you can come in, we'll change your oil, rotate the tires, inspect that thing, and even wash it for $40?
Yep.
Ha! Call or just stop on by Quick Lane at Dollar Ford in Rapids.
Every second, 127 new devices connect to the internet. You can feel it happening. We're entering a whole new era of technology, and MediaCom will be ready to power it with one of the nation's first supercharged 10G platforms. We'll be bringing you more speed, more capacity, more security, and the power to do more than you ever dreamed possible. Visit 10g.mediacomcable.com to learn more.
If you're looking for an experienced and professional attorney in the Grand Rapids area, look no further than Sterl Law Office. Attorney Chad B. Sterl has over 22 years of legal expertise in dealing with criminal defense, family law, DUI, DWI, and many other legal practices. Let him help you through a stressful time by taking care of the legal logistics and delivering expert legal support. Call 218-326-9646 to schedule an appointment. Chad Sterl at Sterl Law Office, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk hockey.
Just underway in the third period. Grand Rapids on the power play. It'll be a running time third as the puck shot down all the way into the Grand Rapids end. And Morquay will bring it out. Morquay, far side to Kerr. Kerr comes in front. DeMar's shot. Nice save by Timon, and it trickles wide.
I think he got that with his skate.
I think you're right. And Grand Rapids going to get penalty here for tripping. So we'll even it up at 4-on-4 for 14 seconds, and then Cloquet will go on the power play.
One of the Sterl boys for a trip.
Sam Sterl going for a trip. Just got his kind of getting your hand caught in the cookie jar, right? He was reaching for the puck and then inadvertently tripped. It's like, oops, sorry, didn't mean that. Doesn't matter if you meant it or not, it's what happened. Now here's Stauffer sweeps it ahead to Peart. Goes far side, shot goes just wide off the stick of Sterl. And Cloquet now at full strength. They'll have a minute 42 power play. Puck will slide back to the point. Shot bounces around. Now we're running time now, but if Cloquet can score on the power play, they'll take it out of running time.
Right.
Back to the point to Finola. Finola comes near side to Okas. Okas shot right on, and Pilkington makes the save and holds on.
Stauffer and Browse out there on that penalty kill with Henry Sturl and Jack Peart.
And Cloquet doing something they were unable to do in the second period. They just got a shot on net.
Yes, indeed.
Face-off, puck comes back to Okas at the point. He'll go far side to Finola. As they play catch at the blue line. Grand Rapids says you can do that all day. Now it comes to Okas. Okas back to Finola. Finola, his shot, tipped just wide. Puck comes back to the post, and Peart tries to get to it. Comes back to the point again. Now a shot from the far side. Fairly sharp angle, and Pilkington is right there to swallow that up off the stick of Dushkin.
Times are running, so let's thank Chad Sturl, attorney at law, the Motor Shop, Deerwood Bank, Itasca Abstract Company, White Pine Jewelers, and Jimmy John's for sponsoring Thunderhawk Hockey on The Thunder.
Off the face-off, Dushkin plays it back to the point. Dushkin again, top of the circle, now comes near side to Okas. Okas, backside Dushkin's shot blocked, rebound towards the net, and Pilkington had gone for the pass. The pass was blocked, and he was way out of position, but Cloquet couldn't get it on net. Penalty over. That was close.
I don't know how he got so far out of position there. He lost his balance and was going side to side.
As Easton Young able to take the puck away from Brockhouse. Now Young moves it off the boards. Gets it ahead to Painovich. Young takes over in his own zone. Just throws it up the boards. Puck comes out front, blocked there by the Thunderhawks. And there's not quite as much intensity this period.
It looks like it might get a little physical here if this
might
keeps up.
Get a little physical, but yeah, you can tell there's not nearly as much urgency with that 6-0 lead. As Hendrickson gets it to Wyatt Holcomb, puts it ahead. We'll have an icing call on the Thunderhawks, and the faceoff will come back into the Grand Rapids side of the rink. 13:08 and counting. 6-0 Grand Rapids on the Grand Itasca scoreboard. Grand Itasca, they are the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Taking the draw will be Daneski against Ben Bonner. Thunderhawks try to stick handle out, can't do it initially. Now they will. Move it ahead. Hendrickson doesn't touch it, and we'll have an icing.
Hendrickson's shaking his head because he said, I know I should have had that one.
Sorry, he says.
Yeah, pass came to his backhand, and just as he looked up to see what was in front of him, it went by him.
Face-off will be to Pilkington's left. Again, Ben Bonner and Daneski. Bonner wins that one. As Peart moves it to Hendrickson. Hendrickson can't get it out. Now Hendrickson will take a look. Fan on that. I'll just say Hendrickson, not for lack of effort. He had a little bit of a tough shift there.
Now he can make up for it.
There he can. Absolutely. Gets all the way into the zone, takes a bump, but moves the puck deep. As Cloquet will get it out to center. And Peart takes over there. He'll slide it to Stauffer. Stauffer puts on the brakes and goes back to Peart. Peart stick handles through center. Drop it back off to Holcomb. Out front, Ben Bonner looking for room. Had his stick lifted at the last minute by Kate Anderson. Out to center ice. And moving through some room. And Pilkington had to be careful there. Puck goes into the corner. And the net's off its mooring, so we'll have a whistle. 11:20 and counting. Cloquet coming close. That was a nice move by Daneski.
I wonder what the rules are on the pins as far as the net coming off, because that ref saw it off, watched it for quite a while before he blew the whistle.
11:09 and counting in a running time third. Grand Rapids leading 6-0. That shot doesn't get all the way in on net. Thunderhawks out to center, and into the zone comes Bishop. Bishop puts on his brakes in the corner, back to the point. Shot.
Oh, 2 or 3 deflections.
And finally ended up just on net, and Timon had to be careful. Now Nordine can't move it for Cloquet. Puck slides behind the Cloquet net again. Now comes to the half wall to Holcomb. Slides it down low to Browse. Browse tries to get it out front. That's taken away by Timon. Off the boards, out to center. Sturl misses it once, doesn't miss it the second time. Following in is Sittler. And we have a whistle because there's a Cloquet player down. Getting up slowly is Travis Berg.
A few more sponsors to thank while we have the time here. Let's thank Roth RV, Sammy's Pizza, Woodland Bank, Timberlake Lodge, Northland Lawn and Sport, and Mackley Auto Repair in downtown Coleraine.
6-0 Grand Rapids. 38-6 shots on goal. Face off just outside the Grand Rapids blue line. Sturl. But Cloquet wins the draw. Try to come back in. Young over to Jack Peart. Peart, long pass ahead. And again, at that time, Hayden DeMars just took a little bit the wrong angle. Had it hit right behind him and bounce off the boards and go for icing.
Yeah, well, after playing for the first time in a couple years the other day, I understand how that happens, even when you have really good guys passing to you.
Yeah, you played some old-timers hockey. Nicely done.
Old-timers, Mike Antonovich, a Peluso, a Lawson, a Miskovich, of course, Pete DeCenzo. That guy's injured. He's going off, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like a shoulder.
Travis Berg holding his arm.
Yeah. Shoulders dropped.
Yeah, you don't like to see any of that, and at any time, but I was going to say especially in a 6-0 game.
Yeah.
As Sturl into the zone, shot from DeMars is blocked. It wasn't going wide. Sturl can't keep it in. Now out to center. Here comes Dushkin. Dushkin goes in hard, goes against his the other number 5, Easton Young. Easton wins that one and gets it to Peart. Peart crosses the red line, now the blue line, finds DeMars. DeMars out front looking for Sturl, and the puck goes into the corner. Out to center comes Dushkin. Dushkin gains the blue line, taken into the boards hard by Sam Sturl. He's a little slow getting up. Now Henry Sturl. Sturl. And offside, and boy, Dushkin I thought he was going to the box. He stayed in, but he was laboring going down the ice.
Shaking his head, trying to skate and chase the player.
Shots on goal are 38-7 Grand Rapids, and it's a 6-0 hockey game. Running time third here from the IRA Civic Center. Ben Bonner to take the draw against Timon.
So Cloquet's outshot him in this period 3-2.
Yeah, well, the players that have gotten shifts are not players that normally get shifts.
There are a lot of numbers playing today.
Yes,
I love to see it.
Everyone on the bench is getting some ice time today.
Stauffer's out there again. He did a nice job, showed some stuff on the last shift.
Lost an edge that time, fights it into the corner. Now Ben Bonner as Cloquet gets it to Okus. His shot goes wide. And
penalty coming to Rapids.
And they're going to get...
I think somebody got a hook there. Hook. One of the Bonner? Yeah, number 4.
Ben Bonner will go for hooking. 7:03, running time third here with a 6-0 Grand Rapids lead. 2 in the first, 4 in the second for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
Got the stick in on the gloves, and that's when they start to holler that one.
Browse to take the draw against Timon. That's won by Cloquet. Back to the point to Okus. Okus goes far side to Finola. Finola now to Okus. Half wall, out front. Puck bounces around and goes into the corner. After there is House. House will leave it for Dushkin out front. Nice to see Dushkin back out there right away after that big hit he took. And Wade Browse absolutely runs over there. And that's one where you're borderline charging, I think. But no arm went up, so that means it was a great hit.
That's right.
Long shot, pad save by Pilkington.
A lot of traffic in front of him there, but he still saw it well.
Yeah, he moved. Didn't seem like he was screened, but it looked like there were a lot of bodies there. 1:03 left in the Cloquet power play. As it comes to Finola, his shot, that gets through, and another nice save. Puck comes out to center, slap back into the Grand Rapids zone. Stauffer moves it ahead and shoots it down the ice with 41 seconds left in the Cloquet power play. And the puck comes in on an icing call against Cloquet, so the faceoff will come back in the Cloquet zone.
10th grader Patrick Deniski is not that big, but he was standing in front of the goaltender, Pilkington, twice. Pilkington just blasted him to the ground. He'd get back up and stand in front of him again, and Pilkington knock him down again.
Yeah, Pilkington sometimes is his own enforcer there. Shot goes over the net from Easton Young. He's none too happy when people are close to him. Now Deniski tries to cut in. Sturl gets it off the boards. Kate Anderson stops it there. Sturl back to Peart. Peart puts on the brakes.
Bonner's back on the rink for the Thunderhawks.
Both teams back at full strength. 3-on-2 now for the Thunderhawks. Shot right on from Kerr. Rebound. Bonner gets it on net. And Timon makes both of those saves.
I don't know who it was, but somebody could have been driving that net because the rebound came right out on the weak side. Everybody's waiting around in the high slot.
Yeah. They wanted the pretty play. Ben Bonner will take the draw. Bonner
and go back to the box.
And Bonner will, get another 2 minutes to sit and think about it after that, as he'll get a tripping call. 3:50 and counting. Again, a running time third with a 6-0 lead. And Ben says, I didn't mean to do that.
Well, he's getting back there. He's working hard. And
yeah, he was just going in hard after the puck. That's another just stick caught where it shouldn't be. Browse will take the draw against Dushkin. As Browse turns, tries to chop it out of harm's way, can't get control of the puck. And now Browse does get to the puck. Long shot, that'll actually go right on net and turned aside by Timon.
Add to the shot totals.
Finola gets it up the boards, out to center, back into the Cloquet zone. John Bonner lets it go. Into the Grand Rapids zone, Morquay picks it up. Finds an opening, shoots it down the ice, and back to get it is Finola.
That's got to be frustrating for someone like Ben Bonner to get some chances, play, and then take a couple penalties that take you off the rink.
Puck in the Grand Rapids zone. It'll ring the boards. Timon, he'll leave it there for Okus. Okus goes far side for Finola. Now Dushkin back to Okus again. Okus to Finola. Top of the circle, shot. Pilkington turns that away. To the point, doesn't get out. Long shot by Finola, bounces wide. Sam Sturl backhands it behind the net. Dushkin will stop it there. Now Okus has another chance, but goes off his stick. And out to center, and Cloquet has to regroup. Puck rings the boards behind Pilkington. As Sam Sturl gets it out to center. Not much farther, but it bounces right back to him. Sam Sturl goes to Kerr on the far side. Kerr puts on the brakes in the corner.
Killing the penalty with a good forecheck.
Might as well. As Sittler comes in.
Up, slash.
And we'll get a slash. Stick went out of his hand. I saw him looking at the ref with his hands out, and the referee agreed with him.
And all I want to say is, hold on to your stick.
That'll be Wyatt Holcomb or Henry Sturl going to the box. for slashing, and Ben Bonner will come out as that penalty ends while play is not going on. So Grand Rapids will stay one man short.
And what did you say? Henry Sturl.
Henry Sturl,
right?
yeah. 1:08 to go. Back to the point, Anderson. Anderson goes far side, gets it back, shot blocked. Henriksen moves it ahead to Wyatt Holcomb. Holcomb tips it in, going after it is Henriksen. Henriksen goes down. 47 seconds left. Doneski can't move it deep. Puck still at the Grand Rapids blue line, just outside the zone. Now it'll come in, and Morquay takes a look, slides it over to Stauffer. Stauffer up the boards and down the ice.
Great back check on that last play by Wyatt Holcomb. Really nice. Chased him and then pinned him against the boards.
21 seconds left. As the puck shot into the Grand Rapids zone, comes out to the point, not out. As Anderson keeps it in, shot right on, rebound, cleared into the corner. Easton Young throws it off the glass and down the ice. 5 seconds, that'll do it. 2-1 as the puck just into the Grand Rapids zone, and that will do it. Grand Rapids a 6-0 convincing win over Cloquet Esco Carleton. We'll take a break, come back for our post-game show. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest.
Make sure your vehicle starts every time. Don't take a chance on that old battery. Did you know that CarQuest has the full line of die-hard batteries for most all vehicles in stock and ready to go? Save $20 on a Schumacher 200 amp battery charger with engine starter mode. Great prices every day at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
To CarQuest and roll on.
What's wrong, Jill? I just got my contract from my propane company, and they want me to decide how many gallons I want this winter. I ran out of gallons last winter, and they charged me a higher price. This is so stressful.
If this situation sounds familiar, I have the solution for you. Hi, this is Brian, General Manager for your local Frail Gas, and when you contract with us, you never have to worry about paying a higher price during the winter, as we're the only propane company to offer unlimited gallons. Affordable pricing, the best service, and now, unlimited gallons. Forget the stress and call Frail Gas today.
Nooch's in the Corner is your go-to for full-service gas fill-ups, propane, and U-Haul services. But they also carry one of the best outbuildings in the market in Old Hickory buildings and sheds with many different floor plans and styles to choose from. With 20% down, you can lock in the price to avoid any price increases and be delivered in the spring. They also feature a 5-year warranty, a low price guarantee, and even offer free delivery. Custom order yours today. Visit Nooch's for more info. It's not just any old building, it's an Old Hickory building.
Your number one Grand Rapids Thunderhawk fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Itasca Reliable Insurance are a winning combination. They'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Itasca Reliable Insurance in Grand Rapids today. 326-8518.
Penalty on number 16, 2 minutes for slashing.
Coach, it's all tied up. What should we do?
Okay, let's set up a solid income plan with great diversification and an intelligent withdrawal rate. Come on now, let's crunch those numbers and get that goal. For winning guidance with your retirement game plan, give the coaching staff at Claremont Financial Advisors a call to put together your winning play.
Now in front, shot, they score!
Hi, this is John Bonner with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the IRA Civic Center and the Cliff Calpe venue and the Larry Johnson press box to hear about the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks going to 12-1 on this Saturday afternoon with a convincing 6-0 win over the Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks. Put it into running time for the third period, but couldn't put any more goals in the net in period number 3. Grand Rapids was ahead 2-0 after 1. The first goal scored at 9:47. Holcomb got the goal, and they corrected it to Bischoff on the helper, as well as Jack Peart. The next goal came less than a minute later to go up 2-0. Del Greco on the goal, Kerr and Morquay on the helpers. 2-0 after 1. Each team took a penalty in that first period, and one of them extended into period number 2 for Cloquet as they had a 5-minute major, and they paid for that as Peart put it in only 9 seconds in to period number 2 to make it 3-0, all alone there as the puck bounced off the backboards and came out weird, and Peart was there, and the goaltender was not on that side of the net. So in it goes to make it 3-0. Grand Rapids got the next goal from Del Greco, and that was assisted by Kerr, and that made it 4-0 at 6:51. 5-0 with DeMars and Peart and Young on the helpers there at 5:22. And with 3:03 left in period 2, it was 6-0. Drotz on the goal and Kerr on the helper there. The power play goal scored by Peart to start that second period. And only one penalty in that period, and it was late, 1:03 left, that Gonzarowski went in for hooking. Grand Rapids outshot Cloquet Carleton 19-4 in the first period, 17-0 in the second period. But in the end, they got outshot 7-5 in period number 3. So the total is 41-11 shots on goal in favor of Grand Rapids. And they run their record to 12-1 on the season. They dropped the Lumberjacks down to 9-6-1. And they didn't do anything to hurt their chances as far as advancing in section play. They're pretty much set in the subsection north to get a home game to start with, and maybe one more after that if you keep winning. And eventually you get to playing a championship game, and wouldn't it be fun to have a section championship right here in Grand Rapids, huh?
Yeah, that wouldn't that be something?
That would be a blast.
That's not something you get to do very often. As we get to our post-game interview. Post-game interview, Joey Del Greco, Hayden DeMars, and Joey, couple goals. You've been piling up assists, but the puck hadn't been going in the net a lot for you.
Yeah, I had a few nice passes from Garrett and Justin today, and found the back of the net, which I haven't done in a while, so it was nice to get a few goals in there.
And Hayden skating on a different line the last couple of games, and that line seems to be really rolling.
Yeah, you know, we played before in like youth, but yeah, we're clicking now.
And what makes that line go? I know you've been driving the net, and it just seems like it works together well.
I think we just like crash the net, you know, get all the guys to the net, and puck just bounces out and have a stick on the ice.
Now, coming back after, I mean, it was a high against Hermantown. You guys were way up for that game. Coach always talks about competitive maturity. Did you feel you came out strong today?
Yeah, for sure. We came out strong. We had a tough second and third kind of with penalties, but I thought our first period was good, so yeah.
Well, and you've been creating so many chances driving to the net, Hayden, and then the goal you scored, talk a little bit about that. It was a bank shot, right?
Yeah, coach just told me to crash the net with my big body, so I just gave it up to Purdy. I knew he would get it on net, and I just tried to take the goalie's eyes, and it just hit me, so I'll take it.
I call those Zach Parisi goals. He gets some of those, right? Now you turn around, you get one day off, and then Roseau here. What do you remember about Roseau? What are you expecting?
Well, they got one line, a few good defense, so that should be a better game and a lot faster, so we got to be ready for them on Monday.
So you like the faster games, Hayden?
Oh yeah, playing with speed, I think that's one of my biggest part of my game, so those fast games are just fun.
All right, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that is Hayden DeMars and Joey Del Greco on our post-game interview. This team has such high standards. Well, I thought we had a good first period.
Right, and then I noticed that he mentioned that they took too many penalties, which they did. You know, I see the Bonner boys and the Holcomb boys. I think the Sturl boys were in the penalty box in the third period.
Yes, and you know, if you wouldn't let Ben Bonner play, then maybe you wouldn't get so many. I'm just kidding, Ben. So that is our post-game interview. 6-0 Grand Rapids win. We'll take one more break, come back with our Dutch Room, Mad Dog's Pizza 3 stars. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
First American Title Insurance is here for you. Their local office, Itasca County Abstract Company, has provided service for more than 75 years. They can help with title insurance, real estate title certificates, abstract services, and escrow services. They are a proud and long-standing supporter of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics. Itasca County Abstract Company, a First American Title Insurance member, located in downtown Grand Rapids.
At Jimmy John's, we want your sandwich to arrive freaky fast, so it's freaky fresh. So we only deliver within 5 minutes of our stores, and not farther. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. 5 minutes is not a guaranteed delivery time. Actual delivery times will vary.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
At Grand Rapids GM, their philosophy is simple, and that is their customers being completely satisfied, not only in the vehicle, but in their entire experience. Their goal is that you enjoy your buying experience to the point that you feel comfortable in recommending them to your family and friends. Grand Rapids GM is the fastest growing dealership in the Northland and the area's only certified pre-owned GM dealership. Make your next car buying experience an enjoyable one. At Grand Rapids GM, the Car Corner, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Ray's Marine is a fourth-generation business that has been serving the Northland for almost 50 years. Their passionate and experienced sales staff can help you make the right decision when choosing a new boat or pontoon for your family. Whether you're looking for a Lund, Crestliner, Bennington, Mercury, Yamaha, or Honda, Ray's Marine has the boat and motor you're looking for. Visit them on Highway 2 East or reach them by clicking on the text button at raysmarine.com. Ray's Sport and Marine, when your passion is the water.
I'm Michelle Rodenberg, one of your Grand Rapids Edward Jones financial advisors. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Sports on J105. Call any of the Grand Rapids Edward Jones offices for all of your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hey, this is Hunter Bischoff with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Time for our 3 stars, brought to you by Dutch Room and Mad Dog's Pizza. They are proudly owned and operated by Brandy and Gabe Miskovich. They welcome you in to relax with family and friends. Enjoy the best pizza, wings, and burgers around. What have you got?
Well, I kind of looked at some numbers here, and I'm going to throw them out there that I don't think this has probably ever happened, that Grand Rapids has beat Cloquet 12-1 in 2 games over the season and outshot them by 94-34 in 2 games.
It's been domination, hasn't it?
That's what it's been. And I really had a hard time picking the 3rd star. I got 2 right away, but I had a hard time with the 3rd, and I'm going to give that to Ren Morquay just because he's a defenseman.
And you're going to give 1 to a defenseman.
Yep.
That works for me.
Yeah, and I just love the way he always plays. And
thought he had a good game.
Yeah, and the number 2 star, I'm going to give it to Jack Peart, of course. He got some goals, and but the number 1 star goes to Joey Del Greco because he got some points again. But again, he plays fast, and now he's putting the puck in the net. He's got assists. His whole game is working.
Yeah, I agree. And it seemed like that started maybe in the 3rd period against Warroad, that his game really came back. It was, he had been in maybe a little bit of a slump, at least for Del Greco, with what he expects of himself. And it just seemed like he had a little more jump in the skates, was getting to open ice a little better, and that's carried over, and he was rewarded with 2 goals tonight.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say was the difference, is he just seems to be faster since he's really starting to put the puck in the net.
And when he fought through a couple checks down low and came out with the puck, that's a part of his game that maybe hasn't been the strongest, working through contact, and that's gotten so much better as this year has gone along.
Yeah, fighting through contact and keeping control of the puck and coming out of it with it.
So those are your Dutch Room, Mad Dog's Pizza 3 stars, Joey Del Greco, Jack Peart, and Ren Morquay. If you're looking for delivery or takeout, give the Dutch Room a call at 326-1774, or you can order online at maddogspizza.com. Check out their Facebook page for daily lunch and dinner specials. That will wrap it up from the IRA Civic Center, a 6-0 Grand Rapids win, and they will be back in action on Monday against Roseau. That is a 6 p.m. start. So a little earlier.
All right, 6
p.m. We'll be here.
I'm glad you mentioned the 6 p.m. I'd have looked, but I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah, I'd be mad at you if you were late to a home game. You never are. So
no, that's right.
Good. That's good. That will wrap it up for a 6-0 Grand Rapids win. They go to 12-1 on the season. For Tom Downing, I'm Sheldon Willis, and you've been listening to the action on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Thanks for joining us for Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Far side comes to Peart. This time Peart keeps it in, gets it to DeMars. DeMars, face-off circle, shot!